The stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of...
The King he comes on lowly steed, with palms spread out beneath his feet. The crowd they push, they long to see Jesus, King of glory. Oh, King he comes to sacrifice, to take his cross and give his life. His victory will be complete. Jesus, King of glory.
So I'm here in my hotel room. It's very late at night. I just got into Dallas, Texas. Tomorrow in Lewisville, Texas, I will be having my first Beloved night, which is a night I designed for mothers and daughters to get together. A night of prayer and worship and conversation, and I am so excited. And I can't wait to show it to all of you guys, and I can't wait to see what God does in the hearts of all these women. But for now, time to sleep.
Rejoice, O daughters, Zion shout aloud. Our King, he comes in glory for us now. The King, he comes on lowly steed, with palms spread out beneath his feet. The crowd they push, they long to see Jesus, King of glory. Oh, our King, he comes to sacrifice, to take his cross and give his life. His victory will be complete. Jesus, King of glory. Rejoice, O daughters, Zion shout aloud. Whoa, our King, he comes in glory for us now. Yeah, rejoice, O daughters, Zion shout aloud. Our King, he comes in glory for us now.
Do, do, do. Hey friends, this is Ask Emily week 9 of me answering your questions. The first one I got actually a couple times in the last few weeks, so I want to talk to you guys about this subject. My friend Anne, well, she's now my friend because she emailed me, and when you email me, we become friends because we chat. But Anne said, I'm emailing you because I don't know what to do. I'm in a serious relationship and I love my boyfriend and I care about him, but I cannot see myself marrying him. I've always had doubts about the relationship. We don't have much in common. He doesn't really understand a lot of the things that I love the most. Most of the time, I just don't want to be dating him anymore. If you are feeling half-hearted about a relationship, if you have had many doubts about a relationship, it's probably not the relationship that you are supposed to be in. A lot of times as women, our emotions change. They go here, there, they go everywhere. And relationships go through periods of difficult times. Everyone talks about a gut instinct. Everyone talks about your gut feelings. Your gut feelings are very important because within a relationship, a lot of people are remaining in a relationship that they know in their gut is just not the right relationship for them. A lot of women I talk to don't have this gut feeling because they're dating some horrible guy or some guy who does terrible things. A lot of time that gut feeling is because either A, it's time to move on from that relationship. It's not a bad thing, it's just time to move on, and that's a natural part of the course of dating. Or B, it's just not the right relationship for them at that time, and it's just not the right person. And that's something that a lot of women know in their guts, in their hearts, but they stay anyway. Why do we stay? Because it's hard to break up. Breaking up is hard to do. The song was right. The song is true. It's really challenging to find the courage when you don't have anything to point to say like, this is everything that's wrong with our relationship. It's really hard to communicate to a guy like, it's just time for me to move on. But is it important to communicate that? Absolutely. It's hard to find the courage to end a relationship when you do love the person very much, but it's important to recognize the feelings of both you and the guy that you are in a relationship with. It's important to respect his time, to respect his life enough to recognize that if you are feeling half-hearted about a relationship, he deserves to have the opportunity to move on and be in a relationship with a girl who feels as strongly as he does, who is 100% in, who isn't feeling all those feelings of half-heartedness and doubts. If we want relationships based on mutual respect, we have to respect the person that we are dating enough to end the relationship when we know that it is for us time to end that relationship. It's challenging, it's hard. If you are in a relationship you are feeling half-hearted about, ask yourself why you're feeling half-hearted about it. If you have many doubts, it's probably not the right relationship for you, and you should probably let it go. Easier said than done, but extremely necessary if we want to have dating that is purposeful and intentional and fruitful. Fruitful dating lives come out of relationships that both people want to be in and both people feel very wholehearted about. Okay? The next question comes from Ashley. Great question. She said, how did you react when people talked about you, and how did you rise above it? If you've heard me give a talk, you've probably heard me give my testimony about my time at Arizona State University. My time at ASU was very, very difficult. When I went into college, I knew what was good for me. I wanted to choose what was good for me, so I didn't go to parties, I didn't drink, I didn't do drugs, I was definitely not sleeping with any guys. I wasn't giving into all of those things that the culture wanted me to do, as well as the culture at my university. So when I stood for all those things, people really started to talk about me behind my back. I really struggled with people who I thought were my friends saying terrible, terrible things about me. It's always hard when people talk about us behind our backs. It is not easy to deal with, especially in the form of betrayal. When we find out that people who were our friends are saying such terrible things about us behind our backs, that can be really, really difficult to deal with as well as overcome. How did I react? I definitely cried a lot, obviously. But how did I react to these people? I knew going into college that if I was going to stand for something, if I was going to stand for this countercultural life and live this countercultural life, that it wasn't going to be some walk in the park. I knew that I was going to have to choose what everybody else wasn't choosing. Not everybody else, but a good majority of the people were not choosing. But I didn't anticipate the level of persecution and talking about me that I did face. I stepped away from those relationships, knowing full well that when people feel the need to talk about someone else, to betray them, to call them mean names, to gossip about them, it stems from that person's insecurity. That for some reason, people who saw me not going to parties or choosing to live a different lifestyle than they were living felt insecure about their own lives that they were choosing to live, and had to pull me down and make fun of me. Make fun of me because of what I was choosing. How did I rise above it? I went and I tried to find new friends. I tried to find people who were living the kind of life that I wanted to live. The people who I struggled with were the people who were living in my dorm. You don't have to necessarily be friends with the people who live in your dorm when you're in college. You can go out to the Catholic club or Christian clubs or whatever on campus and find people who are jiving with the way you want to live your life. How did I rise above it? God tells us to pray for our enemies. It took me a very long time to learn how to pray for these people. It took me a very long time to forgive these people because they impacted the way I felt about myself in a very, very serious and significant way. Wondering and dealing with thoughts of, if I get close to people, if I get close to friends again, are they just going to do the same thing? That was something I really had to train myself to believe that it wasn't going to happen to me again. And that was very, very challenging. But I rose above it by really just offering it to God and recognizing that Jesus knew persecution very well so that I could identify with Jesus in the struggles that I was facing. So I learned to offer that to God. And was it a lonely road in college, dealing with persecution and people making fun of me? Absolutely. But was it worth every second of standing for what I believed? No doubt. No doubt. I think it's worth every second, every decision, every moment of loneliness to choose what I know is right. to choose what I know is good for me. I encourage you, if you are having a hard time, if people are talking about you, if people are persecuting you, to keep on keeping on. So that's it. Like usual, get out there, be awesome, be amazing, treat yourself, go exercise, go enjoy. It's a gorgeous day outside today. I love you very much, all of you. I have a great heart for you. I do this for you. And I hope you are encouraged and feel loved and beautiful and blessed as you are. Talk to you later. Bye.